What's up, loves? This is Shay Loves 89, and we're back with another snarled video called 9 Lives. Something like that. I can't see. Let me. Oh, 9 Deaths. Sorry. A story called 9 Deaths by Snarled with something scary. So we're just gonna go ahead and get started.
So,
hey, I'm Sapphire.
wanna hear something scary?
The 9 Deaths.
The following story was submitted by Jean. This is a true story their best friend Lawrence told them. My name is Lawrence. I was 13 years old at the time. My mom and I were on a trip to my hometown in India, visiting some family. When we arrived, I went to take a shower and freshen up. I'm still not entirely sure how it happened, but I slipped and hit my rear end pretty hard on the floor. I remember my mom pounding on the locked door to let her in, while I lay there crying nonstop. After I calmed down a bit,
Girl, you just fell on your butt really hard. What you crying for? But okay.
and let her in, I remember her examining the floor and being really confused. Because the floor was bone dry.
Right.
I had slipped before I even stepped into the shower. That was just the beginning. Later that evening.
Wait. What? Well, what did you slip on? Air? How did you slip if the floor is bone dry?
My mom needed to run some errands and she left me alone in the house. I began to write in my diary about the trip so far. That's when I heard something grumble. It was my stomach. So I hopped out of bed to grab some snacks from the kitchen. I opened the door, and as I took a step forward, the door slammed back shut, hitting.
Nope. Time to go. I don't know where I'm going, but it's time to go. No. I open the door, and the door just randomly slams shut on me. No.
Hitting my head hard. I fell backward and onto the carpet. I screamed as I saw and felt blood dripping near my eyes. It hurt so bad. My vision was blurring, and I passed out. But before I did, I remember hearing a laugh that sounded like a woman's. I woke up. I felt terrible pain on my forehead, and I touched the area. It wasn't wet. There was no blood, no swelling, only pain. I was still on the ground. I looked around me. No blood. On the door, no blood there either. The door was still cracked halfway open, and I was still home alone. This type of thing kept happening to me. I would get inexplicably hurt, but ultimately end up fine. Like the next day, I was hit by a bus. Another.
Oh. How? Wait, what? There's no way you could be fine after you get hit by a bus. There's no way. That's a ton of fun hitting you. I'm so glad I didn't listen to the podcast before watching this story, because I'm like, wait, what?
Day, a knife flew at me while I was alone in the kitchen. One time, I began choking out of nowhere. Every time something like...
Okay, hold on, wait. So she slipped on the floor. She got hit by the door on her head. Hit by a bus. Choked. A knife thrown at her. That's 5 so far. She has 4 more to go. If
this happened, I heard that same eerie laugh. The day before my 14th birthday, I decided to tell my mom. I had counted 8 times that I had nearly died, and I didn't want it to happen anymore. While I was explaining every incident to her, I could see the blood drain from her face. She grabbed my hand and pulled me outside, her other hand making calls on her cell phone. I remember feeling really scared. Did I do something wrong? A short ride later, we arrived at a church. The rest of my family was already waiting there. They ushered me inside, and my grandma proceeded to tell me what was going on. So the story went that my Aunt Natasha became a teenage mother around the time my parents got married. She lived alone at the time, so no one knew about the baby. Unfortunately, she hated her baby girl, Lawrence. She hated her so much that she tried to kill her multiple times, slipping in the bathroom, slamming her head by the door, pushing her at a bus stop, throwing a knife at her, cutting her fingers, strangling her, poisoning her, throwing her out the balcony of the 5th floor, drilling her skull. Lawrence died on the 9th try. She died around the same time that I was born. The only reason my family knows about any of this is because when Aunt Natasha visited me for the first time and heard my name, Lawrence, she confessed everything. I was just 3 years old at the time. My family had her committed to an institution after that. So the priest at the church blessed me in hopes of removing the curse that Aunt Natasha had put on me. And it seems to have worked so far. It's been a year and I haven't had any more near-death experiences. I'm just glad that I told my parents about what was going on when I did. If I had waited any longer, things might have ended a lot differently.
I'm trying to put this all together right now, because right now my head is like, what? So your aunt cursed you when she found out your name was Lawrence, which her daughter's name was Lawrence, who she hated and tried to kill. So I'm guessing was the spirit of baby Lawrence, your cousin Lawrence? Was she trying to kill you, or was she trying to put you through everything she went through? Whoa, I need somebody to explain that to me in the comments. If somebody can understand, or maybe I'll find out in the comments of her video, but somebody explain that to me. I'm just trying to wrap my head around this. But if you like that video, guys, check out Snarled. Check my channel out. Subscribe if you like what you see. Give the video a like if you like it, and I will put Snarled's video and Snarled's video in the channel in the description below.
Wait, this sound like what? 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 This this